One thing I always say is work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, then you may be working harder. So let's change that. Download the app, link your accounts where you can manage your income, track your expenses, and project your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download Solo and begin to work smarter, not harder today. Link is in the description. All right, let's get back to it.
So real quick, I spoke to Jeremy Bird today. I've been tweeting about this, and actually Chris, I think, tweeted one, and then I kind of retweeted his tweet. We're both on Twitter. It's in the show notes. Please go follow us, for fuck's sake. And F you, Uber. There you go. Like, somebody put a like immediately. So I talked to Jeremy about two things. As you guys know, we had a segment last week. Obviously, Lyft watched it and said, wait a minute, what's happening? It was regarding threats of deactivation for using third-party apps. A lot of you got emails saying if you're using third-party apps, you can get deactivated according to the terms of service or community guidelines, whatever. And so I spoke to Jeremy. He clarified that. He said unequivocally they are not against drivers using third-party apps such as Gigu, Maxymo, Solo, Gridwise. However, he says a lot of drivers have been complaining, specifically at airports, and that there is third-party apps who they're charging their drivers to grab these trips. I've known about this for a long time. This has been going on for a while. There are bots out there that grab these trips from either Trip Radar, Trip Finder, or in the queue at airports, or reserve trips. Lyft is against those third-party apps which imbalance the marketplace and disadvantage the driver. There are apps out there that go into scheduled trips on Lyft and grab the most lucrative ones and leave the shit out there. They are against those third-party apps. So he clarified this. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. And so there is no, and I said, why do you guys send out this ridiculous threat? They go, well, that's the coders, the IT department, the engineers do that. I go, well, engineers are good at engineering. PR is good at talking and writing. Engineers, nerds, should not be writing that there's a threat of deactivation for using third-party apps, and we were kind of chuckling about it. That's one. Number two, as you all know, for as long as I can remember, there are caps on Lyft's case of $300 on extra super long trips. Like we showed some screenshots last week, to 600 miles for $300 because there's a cap of $300. David is aware of it. David told Jeremy, please, let's take a look into this. So they are looking into this. Again, Lyft is listening and trying to be proactive and doing things. Why would Jeremy call me? Why? He feels he's listening. So things, I will keep you guys posted on what's going to come down the road, specifically on these two issues. But don't worry about the deactivation threat regarding third-party apps. Use your third-party apps to your heart's content. But if you're using a bot that is grabbing trips illegally from other drivers, be on the lookout. They will deactivate you for that. That's one. Two, hopefully we're going to raise the cap on these super long trips, and that's going to be another victory for the driver community. So that's the news I have. Hats off to Lyft. Thank you. And that's it.
Well, I'm glad, because that's a couple of things we were talking about the last couple of weeks. So Lyft, I got to give you a little commend there. Now the other thing that we got to work on.
We take the FUs back.
Why am I still blocked, Mr. Risher? Why am I still blocked on X?
That buddy, that's like deactivations. I cannot help you with that one. I don't know what's going on.
Well, you've been watching the show. You can unblock me. I'm not going to tweet at you unless it's something like, what is going on here? Why is this? Can we get some sort of response or make you aware of something? I'm not some of the people that are like, hey, screw you or something like that. No, that's not my game. My game is just to bring awareness and drive conversation.
This is a hard place in Iraq, buddy. I don't know. So I give up. Anyway,
well, either way, David Risher, please unblock me from X. Either way, and good thing, I'm glad to hear that they're looking at these driver caps, because I continue to see more and more of them. There was one I was going to tweet out, but I didn't. If I come across it, I will. It was a ride that came in for $360, and it had it was like a $68 bonus or something like that, and it was 518 miles.
Yeah.
Huh?
20% turbo probably, because that's the only way it goes above 300. There is a surge or bonus.
Well, it's whenever there's some sort of bonus that's attached to it, whether it's surge or includes X bonus or whatever. That's the only way it goes above that cap. But the actual fare cap itself is at $300. So I'm very glad to hear that they are doing that. And then obviously, as Len had mentioned earlier, use these tools that are available to you. Whatever is best for you, try them, see what you like, and see what works best for you, or use multiple ones if necessary. And that is the third-party apps. So these third-party apps, Solo, Gridwise, Gigu, all the ones we've been talking about and had people on talking about them as well, because it's their apps. It's great resource, it's great information, and it's great to help you be able to earn more. And I'm glad to hear that they are not against those types of apps, so you do not have to worry about some sort of deactivation. But if you have a bot grabber, that is where you're going to have a little bit of a problem. So just be wary on that.
His specific quote was, if they F up the marketplace, meaning stealing chips from drivers. Okay, if you're an elite driver, you should have access to all the beautiful scheduled trips. But if there's an app that's grabbing all these scheduled trips, he goes, that's not fair. We're going to go after those. And he said, the language, Lyft has this problem, by the way, communication problem, as good as they are in communicating in some levels. So Jeremy, don't have those nerds, engineers write these emails that are threatening emails that are going out. Okay. Because, we get all antsy as drivers. We get upset that, what's happening. Right. So anyway, but I'm glad, hopefully we'll have a resolution on both issues. Well, we have a resolution on one. Use the third-party apps. No worry about it. But the cap, I think, would be also a good thing to remove from after a decade or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club, with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.